Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for tuning back into the channel. Today I want to talk about something that is very important to me when it comes to fishing down here in Southwest Florida, and that is relief shading. There's a couple different relief shading chart options you can use. You've got your Garmin Blue charts, which is the same as Navionics Platinum Plus, and they've also got CMOR Reveal. Then there's a couple of third-party companies called CMOR Mapping and Strike Lines that offer their own version of relief shading. So let's talk about why it's important first. And we'll go through a couple options here. So in Southwest Florida, the water clarity is not very good at all down here, which means the standard way to get relief shading is just from satellite imagery. It doesn't really work too well, and I'll show you an example. So let's go down here to the Florida Keys, where there's good water quality. So you can see all these different rocks down here and ledges that you're able to see in the water. If you go to that same type of area down here in the Gulf of Mexico, like for example, let's go to this area up here where I have a couple different spots marked, you really don't get too much detail. I'm hoping you can see that on the chart here. So because of that, the CMOR Reveal, the Navionics Platinum Plus, the Garmin Blue charts isn't the ideal relief shading chart for Southwest Florida. And when I say Southwest Florida, I'm talking like Sarasota up on, through Fort Myers and down in the Naples Marco area where I fish out of. So the Navionics Platinum Plus is decent in the areas that are pretty close to shore. Once you get further offshore, it's more difficult to find what you're looking for. So it's not the best. I mean, it's better than nothing, but it's really not the best. So let's go to our other chart. We're going to go to CMOR Mapping. So this is the one that I use now, and this is the chart that I use in most of my videos that you'll see on the channel. And this is amazing. It's a little pricey. It's on the, I believe, the $500–600 range for pricing. But my only issue with it is it doesn't have a ton of coverage in the area, but the coverage it does have, you can easily tell what spots hold fish and what does not. So I'm not going to go on specific spots because I don't want to kind of leak any of their proprietary information. But just in general, the data you get is amazing. So let's start near shore here. So these are these flats. A little bit south. I'm hoping this is coming through good on the GoPro, but just south of Cape Romano and the dome houses, and you can see these marks here really well. Pretty cool. And then you go to a couple spots near shore. Like, I don't know if you can see the definition just on these like little rocks here. It's really cool what you can see. You can see just a little rock pile here. And then this is what we call the 2 mile wreck right off of Marco Island. It's really cool. See down here, this whole area. It's nice. And that's on a public wreck. Let's go explore a couple more spots out here. Again, that's a public wreck. There's also some more public wrecks. Like this is what the public wreck looks like right here. Oh, this is I believe the 9 mile wreck right off Marco. Again, you can see pretty much exactly what it is. This is the 12 mile. Let's go over here. So you can see the different depth changes in the structure that's on the bottom. So those are some of the more public wrecks. There's one more I want to show you. Public wrecks. So this reef right here is about 18 miles out. I also fish this reef pretty frequently. It's called Foot Reef, and you can tell just the different pieces of structure they drop down and what it looks like by the different color changes. Then further offshore, this is where it gets really exciting. There's a bunch of different cool spots that it's able to, that marked and showed up. So that's another public reef right there. So this area right here, I mean, I haven't fished this yet, but I plan to. You can see all these color changes, which means there's, look at all these ledges up along here. It's got to be loaded with fish. Then you've got these little sinkholes right here, which are really cool. I've definitely caught a ton of grouper and snapper in spots like that. I don't know if you can see that. Now let's move further offshore to some of my favorite spots. But before that, there's this big piece off of Fort Myers that I know a bunch of people fish, and it just is absolutely amazing. Look at these little valleys here. I haven't fished that one yet because it's a little further away off Fort Myers, but it's absolutely incredible. Now let's move to a couple really good spots that I fish. The fact that they picked this up on their chart is absolutely astonishing, but I've caught everything under the sun over there. Snapper, grouper, I've seen cobia there, tuna, kingfish. It's about 33 miles offshore. And then finally, one of my favorite spots in Southwest Florida is this area over here. So it's a little area of ridges and ledges and hard bottom, and it's a very, very good spot. I mean, most of my good videos where you catch big grouper and snapper, I mean, I must have caught 5-6 different types of snapper in that spot, as well as reds and gags. So just the definition, and if you can see from my marks kind of where they are over the spot, you'll see where I caught the fish at, or where we were anchored up with the trolling motor. So there's a couple cool spots in Southwest Florida that the CMOR mapping chart has. Again, I'm not gonna show specifics, but if you zoom out further, there's even more definition. Like if I guess if you do want to go, you know, 180 miles offshore, there's that whole ledge over there. Then you go further north, you see a bunch of spots as you're leaving Tampa Bay, and then I believe this is the middle grounds up here. It's too far away from me, but they've got a lot of definition right there. And then look, this looks like to be off Destined right here. Some killer spots up there. But I mainly use it for Southwest Florida, and while their coverage is a little bit lacking in the offshore spots, it's still very, very helpful, and it handed me with a number of unique spots. So just to recap, there's a couple different companies that do this. You've got the Garmin Blue charts, your CMAP Reveal, your Navionics Platinum Plus, and then the only 2 third-party charts I've heard of are CMOR Mapping and then Strike Lines. But I know Strike Lines doesn't have any relief shading like this down here in Southwest Florida. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you're interested in this chip, I will put a link down below. Thanks.